State Representative Matt Gabler serves the 75th Legislative District in Clearfield and Elk counties. Captain Matt Gabler also serves his state and his country as a member of the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. The new year is going to bring about a new challenge for Matt, who is here to discuss that challenge. Representative, first of all, how much can you tell us about the what, when, and where of all this?
Well, one of the things that is a great honor for me is the opportunity to serve both as a legislator full-time and as a reserve officer in the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. And I've served in the 28th Division headquarters for about 6 years now with the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. And next year, my orders and my duties will change a little bit. Our unit has received a mission. That mission will take us to the Middle East. We will be supporting a mission called Operation Spartan Shield. And so I'll have the opportunity to work as a medical logistics officer with my unit, with the people that I serve with in the Middle East on a deployment. And that's where I'll be called to be next year. One of the things that is a great honor to me is, as a state representative, I have the opportunity to swear an oath to the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania as well as the Constitution of the United States of America. And as a military officer, I swear an oath to those same two constitutions. And in answering the call that I've received, which is a great honor, I'll have the opportunity to do that in the coming year.
And this is, we should say, almost the entire calendar year.
It will be most of 2018. We don't have precise dates as far as when the ending will be, but it's going to be most of the year.
Now, we should mention you're not by any means the first member of the General Assembly to deploy in this manner.
No, it's actually military leave is provided for in our House rules. It's something that is well covered, and there have been other colleagues of mine that I've been able to look to for a little bit of advice and guidance. They've been through it before. Former State Representative, now Congressman Scott Perry, deployed in 2009. Current State Representative Nick Miccarelli also did the same in 2009. Former State Representative and State Senator John Pippy had deployed a few years before that as a sitting member of the General Assembly and was able to manage both. And all three were able to return to their duties upon their conclusion of their deployments.
Let's talk a little bit about the history and how we kind of get to this point. You went to Bucknell on a 4-year ROTC scholarship. I'm guessing the call to serve your country probably didn't start then.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's always been something that has interested me, serving in the military, and looking up as a younger brother at an older brother who joined the Army when I was still in middle school. I knew that if there was a way that I could serve my country in the military, I'd like to do that. But of course, as my constituents well know and my colleagues well know, I also enjoy serving in my civilian capacity as a state representative. One of the great things about serving as a reserve member of our military is you get to do both. You get to have a civilian life, and you get to serve in the military, and you get to answer that call when it comes. And so when I graduated from Bucknell, I was commissioned as a second lieutenant, as the Army ROTC program provides for, and that was in 2006. I've been promoted to first lieutenant and then on to captain. I previously served as a company commander in the United States Army Reserve as the commander of the headquarters and headquarters detachment of the 424th Multifunctional Medical Battalion. When I completed that assignment was when I had the opportunity to join the Pennsylvania Army National Guard, where I now serve with the 28th Division headquarters. And it's been just a great opportunity to have both aspects to my career to be able to serve in different ways.
Now, I know that it's obviously taking you a number of places, nothing like 2018, but it's taking you a number of places as well, hasn't it?
I've had the opportunity to attend training in a number of places. I think the most interesting and fascinating training mission that I had the opportunity to go on was with my unit, the 28th Division, when we did an operation called Operation Rochambeau. We went to France. I believe that was in 2014. And that year we had the opportunity to work with NATO partners from Canada to France to Great Britain, Lithuania, and we all tied together in a training exercise to test the interoperability of our systems and our abilities to work together for the common good. And that was a great training exercise. Certainly made me a better officer, and something that I draw upon as I look forward to my coming deployment.
Let's talk about, you kind of mentioned this already, but balancing your duties as a legislator with the military responsibilities that you have.
So it really is a great opportunity to be able to both be a reservist as well as in this case, in my case, a state legislator as a full-time civilian. And usually the duties of a of a reserve member of our military include a weekend a month and a few weeks throughout the year. And so one of the things that I'm very thankful for is that my constituents and my colleagues have been very understanding. When I do have a military weekend that conflicts with an event that I otherwise might need to attend, people understand that. When it comes time to go on orders for the annual training, people have been very understanding. And it's certainly something that I've appreciated, that I've had the opportunity to not only attend all these things, but also benefit from the training and the way that I think it makes me a better person and a better leader to have one foot on the civilian side and one foot on the military side.
Now, your legislative offices, St. Mary's and Du Bois, and obviously you share one also with Representative Sankey, Clearfield, town of Clearfield. Those will still be open, obviously.
Oh, there's absolutely no change on the services offered through our district offices. There will be seamless support to constituents, whether it's concerns about driver's licenses, birth certificates, property tax and rent rebate forms, issues with state agencies. That's what we're here for, and my staff is fully ready to serve even during the time while I'm deployed. There will be no interruption to any state services.
Yeah, I think people, I'm still surprised sometimes that people don't realize there are things they can go to their legislator for that they just didn't realize that's what you do.
Absolutely. Well, and you know, a lot of people think when they think of a legislator, they think of lawmaking, they think of voting on bills. But you know, some of the most incredible opportunities to serve as a legislator involve helping people through those problems that they have, or through those issues, or just when they don't know where to turn, helping navigate bureaucracy, state agencies, trying to cut red tape. That's been some of the most fulfilling work we've been able to do, and that work will continue seamlessly during my deployment.
Recently, you talked about some of your colleagues having done this before. State Representative Frank Ryan from Lebanon County made a little presentation to you on the House floor with some of your colleagues. Could you talk about that a little bit?
Representative Ryan's just a great guy. He's a first-term member from Lebanon County. He's a retired Marine colonel. And he and I have spoken quite a bit about our military careers. He actually worked a lot between the Marines and the Army in a lot of liaison and working together type assignments. And he's just a great gentleman. And he pulled me aside a few minutes before he went up to the front of the room and said, Captain Gabler, I'm going to call you forward. You have no choice in the matter, and we're gonna have a discussion. And his words were very kind. And he spoke as somebody who has deployed many times and who has served. And his words were very kind, and his advice certainly is advice that I will heed. And as I reflect on the support that I've received from my colleagues, from my constituents, from friends and family, it really is overwhelming. And the only thing really that comes to mind when I reflect upon this is the idea that I'm not the first and I'm not the last person to deploy, but the support that people show for our military is just so deeply appreciated, and certainly I'm feeling that very much right now.
Finally, Representative Ryan talked about a number of things. One of them was your personal life, as in you have a wife and right now a 1-year-old daughter. Can you talk about that dynamic?
This is the hardest part, obviously. It's the personal side. It's the idea of saying goodbye to my wife, Lisa, to my daughter, Caroline, for a year, and knowing that while we have great technology, and I'm sure we'll be able to keep in touch with FaceTime and video calls and emails, to not be able to reach out and give them a hug for an extended period of time is going to be very difficult. But they've been very supportive. Certainly they understand that the call has come, and to have the opportunity to go serve in this way, we're going to put our head down. We're going to do our best in the coming months, and I'm looking forward to coming back and giving everyone a big hug and getting back to life and the important things.
Well, Representative and Captain, in both capacities, thanks for your service. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Godspeed as you go into 2018.
Thank you.
If you have questions about this or any legislative issues, we'll show you Representative Gabler's contact information in a few seconds. I'm Scott Little. This has been Legislative Report with your State Representative, Matt Gabler.